Today I'm going to be teaching you guys a little bit about box division. It's just another way to do a standard division problem. So first I'm going to talk about three parts of our equation: the dividend, divisor, and quotient. Now what do these mean? The dividend is typically the largest number of our equation, and it's the number that we're going to be dividing. That makes our divisor the number that we're going to be dividing that dividend by, and the quotient is then our answer. So what does this mean for box division? Let's take a look at our setup. So we start with a box with one line across and a few lines down depending on what our equation is. So as we see, our dividend is going to go in the inside on the top layer of our box. The divisor, which is what the number that we were going to be dividing the dividend by, is going to be on the outside to the left, and our quotient, or our answer, is right on top of our box. This is still a little bit confusing, so let's take a look at a real problem to see where all these numbers fit in. So you won a jar of 5,327 jelly beans at the carnival. You're going to want to share these with your 20 classmates because that's kind of a lot of jelly beans to eat all by yourself. But you want to know how many you all get. So let's take a look. 5,327 is going to be our dividend because that's the big number that we're going to be dividing. So where does that go? The top layer of our box. Then we're going to take a look at our divisor. What number are we going to be dividing the jelly beans by? That's going to be 21. Why? Because we have our 20 classmates and then yourself who are going to be eating the jelly beans. And the divisor goes on the outside to the left. Now we're going to want to find our last part of our equation, the quotient, or our answer. So let's dive right in and start dividing. So we're going to first take a look at our first column here. So does 21 go into 5? No, it does not. So our first number of our quotient is going to be 0. So why do we use this bottom? So the first number that goes down here is 0 because 21 does not go into 5. Because that does not go into 5, we have to bring our 5 over to our next column. Does 21 go into 53? Yes, good job, it goes in twice. What is 21 times 2? Good job, that's 42. And yes, it goes right down here. Because our next step is going to be 53 minus 42. What's that? Perfect, it's 11. Where does that 11 go? To our next column, because now we have to do 112 divided by 21. So what is 112 divided by 21? Good job, it is 5. So that's our next number for our quotient. What's 21 times 5? Great job, that is 105. Our next step is going to be 112 minus 105. What's that? Perfect, it is 7, which goes to our next column. So now we're going to be dividing 77 by 21. And that is, great job, it is 3. What's 21 times 3? 63. And then our last step is to find 77 minus 63. And that is going to be 14. Now, this is kind of confusing. Why do we have this leftover number? That's because 21 does not go into 5,327 evenly. So that leaves us with 14 extra jelly beans. So our quotient is right up here. What does this have to do with our problem? That's how many each of you guys get. How many jelly beans each of the 21 classmates gets. And the 14 is how many were left over. So let's just review one more time. 5,327 divided by our 21 students is 253 jelly beans each with 14 left over. I'm going to give you guys another problem so you guys can further explore our box division. Let's try 213 divided by 11. So try this at home and see how you do with our new box division. Great job, guys.